Yes, sure. Vanilla ice. Yes. Sure. Let's go with that. Mmm. It's a little too hot here for chili. I got in my car today after leaving work and it was 104 in on the thermostat. So it wasn't actually 104, but since it says that the ads have ended, yeah, we're hitting the mid 90s during the days. Um, so yeah, me getting off work in my car saying it's 104 when it's been sitting in the sun makes sense. A little too warm for chili. Um, I, whenever I see like the temperatures up north, like you were saying, Seattle, like during the summer, those temperatures sound appealing to me, but whenever it's winter, I'm like, no, I can't handle that. I would like it a little bit cooler than our winters have been here lately. They have not been good. It never felt cold enough in the summer to go swimming in Seattle, but you're supposed to go swimming when it's hot or warm. It's like a warm weather. Please tell me you type that, or do you like to go swimming when it's cold? Each their own. Plus, the Pacific is cold. The Pacific water, because when I went to California, which is latitude is probably a little bit north from us. That was some. We didn't like go into the water, but like you could feel the temperature coming off of the water. You could tell it was cold. And ours, like, you go to the beaches in Galveston, aside from the water being brown from silt from the Mississippi, that water is warm. Like, it's not much cooler than the air temperature. I do not like going to Galveston beaches because it's just hot with hot, moist wind and hot water. And plus, you don't hear about people going swimming up in Seattle. I'm sure they do. But I bet that water is like ice cold. What is today? Today's Friday. Done my wondrous tales. All my retainers are out. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Squadron. Huh. No reason for me to do much of that. I could do this. I could do my session report. The diable headpiece. Diable handpiece. Bridesmaid sandals. Let's see. I think we can get sandals and Ulda. Yeah. Novelty gear. From Rain in the Steppes of Nald. Ah, right here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Novelty gear. $6,000 ain't too bad. Brain work. I need my brain to work. needs to be mud green and ice blue. Well, you can't craft either one. So where the hell do they come from? Or is it ink? No, ice blue. Okay, so that can be bought from the vendors. And mud green. Mud green can also be bought from the vendors. Okay. This one. Honestly, swimming whenever it's 70 out wouldn't be too bad. But, you know, I can see why it wouldn't be desirable. Okay. And this needs to be... I need a hat. Dyeable hat. Well, you know what? We're going to do a red beret. We're going to dye it ice blue. Which is the first one. Then we need some hands. We're going to dye them green. Mud green. Which is disgusting. And we're going to throw on this. And look like a train wreck. And that is over here. My good stuff back on. I think I've got a good ways before I have enough saved up for anything. I have these two. $750. Hey Kento, how's it going? Is it your throat still feeling better? I don't know if Biscuit's still here, honestly. Maybe he is. Maybe he just stepped away. I shouldn't call out lurkers. We'll keep taking your antibiotics as prescribed. But hopefully you are correct, that you are done with it. How do I not have these? Let's play some scratch-offs real quick. Oh, you want the super germ? Okay. Well, more power to you. Oh, this is 14. So I can show you around this area. So this is the gold saucer. It's basically just an area that has a shit ton of mini games. There's this is the mini cactpot. It's scratch offs. But they have Triple Triad, which is the card game that you can play. It's based off the card game from Final Fantasy VIII. There's Chocobo Racing, which I have yet to do. Let's see what's going on here. There's a few games that happen on this stage. This over here is the big cactpot. It's basically a lot of jumbo cactpot. You come over here, you purchase a ticket, you select your numbers. I just always hit random a bunch. Never the jackpot. Jackpot's really, really rare. Here, I'll show you. Okay, so I've got 3 of them. It rolls over on Sunday. Then you come over here and you check this person, and she's not going to show anything because I don't have any tickets from like last week. But it will have like this, like if you match 1 number or 2 numbers or 3 numbers and stuff like that. Of course, the most is matching all the numbers. But you buy 3. You can buy up to 3 tickets. You do get something back for, like, as a consolation prize. Then there's like these little mini games that are around, which is essentially like a claw game. I didn't realize y'all didn't have any legal gambling. Technically, Texas is very restrictive. There's a couple of Indian tribes, Native American tribes, First Nation tribes, whatever you want to call them. I don't know the correct terminology these days. That have casinos here in Texas, but those are the only ones. Oh, Air Force One. Okay, so that's one of those things where it's like you saw that go off. That's an event. They also have like jumping puzzle, I guess would be games. Like there's 14 has a shit ton of stuff to do. And then what I did earlier was I came over here. There's this guy, this masked rose guy. He does a. It's called fashion report, where basically you throw on certain gear with certain dyes on in certain spots, and if you get the stuff right, you get free money. Gold Saucer has its own currency. Yeah, there's a shit ton of mini games here. There's Mahjong. Hometown was in a river valley. Yeah, lights kind of ruin the night sky. There's a spot in, I want to say it's New Zealand, but it may be Australia, where it's like this little town, this village is in a valley, and they are a self-proclaimed light sanctuary. Like the city uses like special bulbs for their like street lights. The lights have to be angled downward so they don't shine upward. But it's one of the few places like you can still go and you can see like a lot of stars without enhancement. Let's clear that, because that's going to throw me off if I keep seeing that. We're going to change data centers. See, I like it when my Stream Elements works like it's supposed to, and does the auto posting. I think I went to Crystal. Let's go to Aether. Yeah, let's go to Gilgamesh. It's Friday. Of course it's a wonderful day. Oh, if you don't want to talk about it here, it's fine, but I was wondering if you had any luck on the fun employment front. I'm sure being sick has put a hamper on any of that. Yeah. Honestly, it's maybe not a nice situation, but enjoy it while you can. Ooh, rubbing elbows with the big wigs. Okay, what do I have as far as currency? That's gonna fill up, so I want all of this filled up. You know what? Let me do some hunts. Hunts sound good. I mean, they can still be a bummer and you can still like them. Oh, it's snowing. It's been a long time since I've seen it snow in Charlotte. That's the name. Ooh. I don't even know how you pronounce that. Oh, sure. It's in Labyrinthos. So I know you've mentioned you worked in tech. Do you mind talking? I mean, I'm just curious, like, do you do like software development or like what do you do? Again, only if you're okay with talking about it. And if I ever ask a question that you're not okay with, just say you don't want to talk about it. That's perfectly fine. I'll be honest, I don't even know what that is. A full stack developer. Um, I did 2 years of computer science. Um, so I mean, I can't say I'm illiterate, but oh, big lame government stuff. Okay, yeah, that's all I needed to know. Big lame government stuff. Yeah, and I imagine right now they're. That's the thing that I worked for a publishing company that did a lot of work with colleges, and that's the thing that always bothered me was like, despite everybody's like political views in the company, is election years were always kind of a little stressful. Because the boss would start being like, well, if this one gets in office, this is like their education views, which all affects like funding for colleges, which affected our jobs. Am I around here? Maybe we should be like not here. We are going to. Yeah, let's just travel here. Um, Me and Biscuit know a guy that does government work, but I do not believe he can talk about what exactly he does. It might be more military work, but it's, you know. Um, a certain somebody who's recently been to Japan. He travels for work, and it's my understanding is it's government or military stuff. Well, Kento, if you ever deal with like an insurance company, just know that they're a bunch of idiots when it comes to designing their own software. No, like literally, like all the software I've messed with my work, um, it's it's not designed by somebody who like uses a computer, or well, it's not designed by somebody who uses this stuff on a daily basis. I don't know where my yeah, I do PNC work. I don't do life and health. Life is a bitch. And I guess I'm just flying around because I can't fucking find my mark. But like some of the systems we use, which come from the company, they're not basically all like web page interfaces, but you know, there's software in the background and stuff like that. It's just like west. Okay, there he's somewhere. He's somewhere. Southwest. This way? I'm looking for a bull bison looking thing. Am I just blind? You can make some money doing adjusting if you're willing to travel. There he is. I'm just blind. Yeah, basically what I was told. So I initially got licensed in 2016. The lady that used to work in the same office as me, she started at the office that I'm at in 2014. When she started in 2014, they still were using. They were moving away from it, but they were still using for some things a DOS-based system in 2014. Now that that's done, so insurance being a little bit behind the curve is not unsurprising. And I knew that about finance because when I was going to school for computer science, there was a guy in some of my classes that was he had already started to work in like one of the tech support or the tech divisions. Oh, that's a name. One of the local credit unions, and they used a Unix system, not a Linux system, a Unix system. And that was a topic that came up because he brought it up in class one day, and that the banks didn't like to update their system. I only did it for 2 years. It was... I could have done it. I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth for the college experience because I had more than one professor that was like not willing to really teach. Like we had one professor, the one that was like the last nail in the coffin was he's one of the computer science ones, and he basically said if you want to know how to do this, just Google it. I wouldn't mind like going back to college, but it's money is the thing, and I do not want to do student loans again. My student loans just got forgiven. Just would like to hard pass on debt. I'm looking for a giant moth-looking thing. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Really smart, but terrible instructors. Terrible teachers. No, I don't really, as I've gotten older, I don't like to brag about, like, how I did in school and stuff like that, because, I mean, I'm fixing to be 37. And so it's like how I did in school is not really relevant anymore. But I did do really well in school. Yeah, going back and I mean, I would do it just because I wanted to get in like the analytics side is what I wanted to do. Um, because that's something I kind of do quite naturally. Like if you ever see me do something in 14 that I haven't done before, I do start to try to like break it down and analyze it. Um, and I generally pick up on it pretty quick in games. I do have a lot of days where I just kind of like kick myself on that didn't finish school. But I I did like find some reports today in our stuff, um, and for like our market, so our local area, I'm like 10th or something like that, which I was like, it's a lot better than I fucking expected. So, I mean, I'm not bad at what I do now either. I just don't get paid shit. That's the name of the insurance game. You don't get paid shit. You have to own an agency to make money. Well, and considering I'm doing that and so a lot of I don't know how long it's been since you've done anything, because I know you said adjuster. Well, the insurance office like to do this thing where they'll hire like telemarketers. A lot of times people that they can pay minimum wage or people that are working on getting their licensing. And so they'll generate a bunch of leads, and then you have like sales staff, and then you have staff that just does your service work. You know, people need to change out vehicles, stuff like that. So it's all kind of compartmentalized. I am doing all of that on my own right now because my boss is like, it's not busy enough to warrant hiring a second person, because it really isn't. Northeast. There it is. And I'm still, I mean, I'm sure like some of the people in the area are like well far above me. But the fact, all things considered, that I can do 10th. It's generally because it's a financial product. Insurance is technically under that umbrella. Whether you want to argue that it's licensing is really needed, but you really don't want somebody who doesn't know what they're doing to be talking insurance to somebody, because it's pretty easy to get it wrong. So the thing about like insurance too is it's going to fluctuate. There will be times whenever it's going to be hard to make sales. And there's going to be times where it's like anybody who walks through your door, you know, chances are you're going to write them. And that's what I feel like they always sell people on. They sell like new agents on. You can sell anybody that walks through your door. regardless, and that's not the case. Southeast? Southeast. I'm looking for a bird thing. Oh, there it is. It's camouflaged. And where I live, it's very, yeah, and that definitely helps. Is having your renewals and stuff like that, because that gives you a constant sense of income. Whereas if you start a scratch agency, you have no income. You're living off of savings for. They will tell you, the insurance companies will tell you, oh, 2 years. Realistically, it's 5 years. And if I ever leave insurance, I don't really want to go back to it. I'm kind of tired of sales. But I will do what I have to. And because I don't think I'd ever get in trouble, but I don't want my negative viewpoints to get me in trouble with work, so I don't want to mention the company I work for, even though I'm technically my boss's employee, not the company employee. Hello, sister. Oh, I was like, did they just start this fate and walk away? Okay, we are... Let's go over here first. This one's kind of out of the way. It might be. Routers tend to do that. I don't remember what it's supposed to look like. I'm also like a creature of habit. Like, I like to have like a regular schedule. I literally only had one job where I didn't have a regular schedule, and I hated it. It would get to the point where like I would get like nauseous before work. Yeah, and I get on Indeed and apply to jobs, but I don't. Is there anything up here? This would be a perfect like lookout point, unless I've already gotten it. I think I would really adapt, but that's just one of those things. Like, I would say I am definitely spoiled on is having a regular schedule. Northwest would be this way. Is it down or up? There it is. Something big over here. I'm guessing you're referring to the banquet, where they had Spliced potatoes. Yeah, this day and age, regular schedule's a perk. I don't know. I'm spoiled to a regular schedule. Ooh. Elite. Dark helmet. Ooh. I know where. Is that Airport? Basically the entire fucking map. Western Lenosha. Yeah, let's start down here. Started at one end, worked our way to the other. Oh, yeah, game devs get abused. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind, like, putting in the time to do the work. It just depends on, like, how much it's draining me. All of my jobs I've had have always been like, if I work 60 hours a week, I end up sick. Like, literally, like, I'll end up catching a cold or something. Ooh, somebody's leveling Blue Mage. We're looking for a hermit crab in a giant helmet. To the west. Oh, there it is. He's so tiny. Gives me a start. I'm sure we're going to get a new hunt currency, because it seems to be like every 2 expansions. You would think the job market would be alright, because there's a lot of people who retired with COVID. Died. To be a little bit more morbid. But there's a lot of people who, like, took the advantage of it and retired. You'd think the job market would be better, because a lot of those were higher end jobs. I say higher end. Let's see what's in Party Find. Anabesios. Really nothing going on. You know what I feel like doing? Just because I can. I'm going to show y'all some current content. I will say whenever I was in college, one thing that I really liked, and I don't know why, but we had to take an assembly language class. I did not like programming in assembly language, pain in the ass. But we had this whole uh, like a month where the professor did nothing but teach us Boolean algebra, which for some reason I really enjoyed. I don't remember any of it. I am not going to lie. That was actually the class where he was like, "Oh, yeah." I asked him how to do something because I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't something like related to the language itself. And I was like, "Well, how do we do this?" And he was like, "Oh, just Google it." I was in high school. I was a math person, not like competition, but just like I just got math. Like my senior year of high school, I could do like calculus in my head. I couldn't do that now. I mean, sometimes I just do basic addition now, and I'm like, I need to double check that with a calculator. I will. Sometimes I'll talk with people, and I just tell them like I've lost more than some people ever have in their entire life. Somebody's on a silky, yay! I bet they're here with some sprouts. Is somebody helping a new friend? Where would be a good place to go wait? I don't know. One day the queue time will be ready. You? I don't even know who that guy is. Nothing needs to be repaired. Guess I can go to Limsa. Hmm. That's a lot of people. Yeah, you can tell it's a lot of people because it's not even like loading like most of the area. This is a high population server, no doubt. Oh my god, it's a bunch of potatoes. Look at all the potato children. Why is one wearing only flesh-colored clothes? Have fun. Remember, you have to win. They have to earn winning when you play with them. Otherwise, they'll never learn the value of it. Let's go with that. That sounds like a good idea. Yes, destroy them. No mercy. I don't know, maybe a little mercy. Who in the world would buy wings for 95 million? Oh my god, and they're selling for that amount. This is one of the mounts that I'll actually want. The infamous Night Pegasus, 10 million. It's a cat. I understand being concerned. I've had to, so, of the quote-unquote teenage chickens we have this one of the hens. She's really shy. But she like when I bring out food, she runs up to me before anybody else. Only time she'll approach me. The other day, one of the roosters decided it's a dominant thing. They'll bite each other on like the back. They'll bite the hens on the back of the neck. She just screams when they do that. And the other day I tried to shoot the rooster off of her. He didn't let go, so I stood up and I defended her. Today we have this one. I'm pretty sure it's a rooster at this point, but I keep kind of going back and forth because it doesn't have like all the features of a rooster. I just had enough of it because she came down and it literally took the opportunity of her coming down from the coop and went straight for the back of her neck. I didn't warn it or anything. I won't lie, I smacked it. Scared the crap out of it. Scared her too, but I'm tired of them tormenting her. Yeah, I don't want any of these mounts. $290. Why would you buy it and then put it on the market for $30,000? You buy it for $300 from an NPC. see what some dies are going for. The general purpose ones are always expensive. Yeah, 700 and something thousand for pure white dye. Did I see that correctly? They're selling 37 of them. Well, I said I was going to do some current content. I was like, surely somebody's going to be going to the MSQ. See, I just have to talk shit. That's the lesson. Is my keyboard connected? It is. Because I wanted a little louder. We got 2 new people. Why are you popping food? Oh. Cat buffs. There's no defending that. Skill check. Let's see if I could zoom out more. Okay, I've got a healer next to me, that's all that matters. Sister, if you want to see what current content looks like. Oh god. I didn't realize it was on me. Avoid the big suck. Oh no. Should be having phase change here pretty soon. I think it's 30%. I didn't even realize that we hit LB3. Maybe it's 20%. Here's the phase change. good run. I'll give it to the dancer just because they partnered with me. And I got their buffs. No commendations, really? Still fun. Let's see. What else is there to do? I don't want to... Background of the Immaculate wouldn't be too hard. What do we want to do? I could sneeze. That's what could happen. I always forget I have a button to mute my mic. When is front? Oh, alliance raids. And we'll just do roulettes. I bet those are the Omega page weapons. Given the look of them and the glow. DSR. Looks like DSR, I don't know what it is. The Hive Claymore? Okay, the sweeping sounds are getting to me. Oh, much quieter. Anyways, okay. Crafting. Should be blacksmith. Oh. So it's blue when it's on your back, but when you unsheath it, it turns red. That's a nifty look. Not a bad looking bow. forget that his weapons look like crap. It'd be too hard to make, but those wings are going to be expensive. Dancing wing. Yeah, 479. Basically 480,000 is the cheapest one on American servers. And even if I went to Oceania, it's 660. Blacksmith normally doesn't make. Let's see. $699,000. Shit. And that's on Mod 1. It's 705 on Excalibur. I know it sounds like I'm speaking a whole nother language. I'm just looking at market board stuff. Oh, we're in Ohio. Really? They're just sitting there spamming emotes, making noise. Which, I mean, yeah, more power to you.
Prove to me life's resolve. No true abundance.
Maestro.
Seek the harvest. Let life flower and flourish. Mine is the breath of the earth.
Rhythm games.
My heart rejoices for our union. Bow down like a willow. Good children,
We
be
are
strong
a
for what awaits.
ace popper. Go ahead and put those down. Not that people will listen to them, but you know.
By my
I
authority.
love that there's a guy here
let
that
the
just looks like
land
he's like a
be
dad on
remade.
vacation. Khaki shorts, button down. There we go. Not what I meant to do. comes for the big boy. I don't know if our healer is BC'd. Oh no, they respawn. I think, yeah.
Forgive me, but I couldn't stay away.
It seems my sister shall be joining us. It is only fitting that we face you together.
Gotta split them up.
I will spin your fate.
Oh, the easy one, thank God.
Have you the strength to decide fate?
The sands of time are mine to command. I shall measure your worth. Surrender to my power.
Drown in watery desire.
We have the tank buster, I think.
Praise the stars on
Yep, there we go.
this moment.
This too is fate.
Upon the most exalted of battlefields you shall stand.
Time to go.
Summon your courage and press on. The fury shall test your strength of spirit. All-piercing spear drink deep of raging blizzards.
Okay. Easy.
For glory, you must be prepared to render your all.
One hell of a tank buster.
You must be better than that against me. Your next test awaits.
Free that. That fight went a little bit longer than needed. We're never going to get rid of this person because you can't vote while you're rolling, can't vote while you're in combat. Oh.
Bear to me your lover's heart. Behold my power. Thirsty one, 'tis naught I cannot handle. This is too much for mortals, I wonder. Prepare yourself. Oh, have mercy upon them.
You'll find out. So I will tell you this, starting with Heaven's Ward, each of the expansions does this thing where you generally, like, you do a few quests, and after so long, like, there's like 2 quest chains, and then it reunites back up.
Delight in the simple things.
Well, I mean, it's still main story. Basically, normally what that's doing is that's setting up, like, that's doing some world building and stuff like that.
You're always in my heart.
The fact we're hitting LV2 is still... I've gone through this fight and we barely hit LV2 by the time the boss is defeated. To me, Heaven's Ward's like the first like big like this is what we can do with our storytelling. We go to the Sage because they had to do the entire Alliance raid on their own. Heaven's Ward is good. And normally, like I said, it splits, comes back together. Normally, not too long after it comes back together, you have your first dungeon. And don't. Oh, that's how you pull that up. I noticed it in Shadowbringers. I don't remember how far back it's true, but it's like every odd level set of quests is where your dungeon is. So you'll have a dungeon at like 81, 83, 85, 87, and 89. And of course you have one at Cap as well. That's how it was with Endwalker. I can tell you what level the dungeon is as soon as I get out of here. The first dungeon is 51. And you have Soma All, which is 52. Or 53. Yeah, say 51, 53, 55, 57, 59, 60. And then Heaven's Ward has a bunch of optional ones. Stormblood, 61, 63, 65, 67, 69, 70. And then a good handful of optional ones. Shadowbringers. We'll also patch dungeons too. hate to argue with you, sister, but there's one literally here that is a level 51 dungeon. In the Heaven's Ward section. Dusk Vigil is the first dungeon for Heaven's Ward. Not Stone Vigil, Dusk Vigil. Because Stone Vigil is a Realm Reborn one. The Dusk Vigil. It's in the Perthus Western Highlands. You go there and it's yeah. It's this big area up here where there's a fortress. You had to have already done it if you're coming up on the 53 dungeon. That's a dyed version of Clive's outfit. Interesting. I do not like the basic ass red mage class armor most times. It's just a touch too much for me. Ooh, normal raids. Let's see what I can regret today. Telling me the quest names does nothing for me. There are literally hundreds of quest names. I don't have them memorized. I have to look them up. That scrolled way too far. Yeah, for some reason the wiki does not show the dungeon on there. I'm sure it's in the second half of this group, the level 51 group. One way to find out. Dusk Vigil. And it's loading. It is in the quest for all the nights to come. Is that an optional? It is an optional. I am a liar. That is a unique case then. It pops up after sounding out the amphitheater. I swear it was a required one. It looks like you have several solo duties coming up, though. Several. I can't see that, unfortunately. Hmm. If this doesn't pop here in a couple minutes, I'm probably gonna call it a night. Raid out. Looks like Josker's live playing Persona 3, so maybe raid Josker. My eyes are getting really tired, so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. This is taking too damn long. So, we are gonna raid out Josker. He is doing Persona 3. I'm hoping to... he will do, like, extremes and stuff. I don't think he's gonna be doing a lot of raiding. But I will maybe doing him and Cyrus are doing extremes. I may try to hop in with them at some point with Dawn Trail. So I will see you later. Once the raid goes on. Oh, and sister, I'll call you in a few minutes.